Assalamu alaikum, and hello to all my beautiful jewels out there. I just want to make this video because something happened to me the other day. Well, actually it was yesterday. And I wanted to rant about it, so warning, what I'm about to say, if it offends you, X out, whatever, you know what I mean? This is just my rant, my vlog, something I had to get off of my chest because this is ridiculous, okay? Like, I'm going, to get my kid from school, pretty much, and some old man in the corner that really spends most of his time outside looking at what everybody else is doing decides that I'm about to cross in front of him, and he kind of waits and lets me cross in front of him, like to go to the block, and he crosses behind me and says in Spanish to his friend, "Oh, so now she changed her race and she converted into Arab, so she's Arab now." I was like, hold up. How do I convert into another race? Like, I just stripped my DNA overnight, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to be Hispanic anymore. I'm going to be Arab today. And then maybe tomorrow I'm going to be Indian. Much respect to the Indians. And maybe the next day I'm going to be Chinese. Much respect to the Chinese. But come on. Like, no, I didn't change my race. You know what I mean? I'm Muslim. You see me with the hijab. I didn't change my race. This is my religion. This is my deen. This is my heart. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the human race, okay? Because that straight up is what we are. So why draw the lines and say things like you converted into another race? Nobody converts into another race, okay? That got me so upset. Like, I really wanted to, like, say something. And the whole thing was that I was like, no, because since I've been Muslima, I calmed my anger down a lot. Because the old me probably would have cracked a bottle over his head. But now I calmed down and I said that's not the right approach, And he was talking to his friend, you know what I mean? But it's one of those like, I'm going to say something but not to your face, and I don't really like those kind of things or whatever. So, I was like, alright, I heard that. I keep it moving. And I smiled at that person before he even went on about, what he was about to say, which is interesting. So on my way back, I'm coming back the same route. I have to pass by the ignorant fool. And I just was like, saying in Spanish, I was like, ignorance is really amazing nowadays, and I just shake my head and I kept on moving, and it's just amazing to me because, like, there's a lack of education, or maybe there's a lack of interest and they just make up their own stuff. I don't know. But today when I woke up and I looked in the mirror, I saw myself and I said, I am Latina and I am a Muslima. There you go. So I was really upset about that, and maybe it doesn't show right now, because the thing was I was gonna vlog right after it, and then maybe you would have seen the steam coming out of my head. But I had to take care of a few things, so I got caught up. But I was like this fool. But then I thought about something, and I was like, you know what? I thought about everything, we're up against a lot of discrimination and always people talking, and they have their own views of Islam or whatever they see, and they want to judge. But we also got to think about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he was up against a whole lot of discrimination and hateration, and he was driven out of Mecca, in the beginning. If you really go back to the history, people were not going to accept the unity of one God and, giving up all their polytheistic views. you know. So he was up against so much. So when we go through our struggles, I think it's important to also think about that. You know what I mean? That was big. You know, I thought about that, a little mini reflection there. And the last 3 days here, it's been like a heat wave, like 80-degree weather. And I just want to give a shout out to all you hijabis that go through the heat, because this is my first summer, and I have to say that, wow, I was holding on. I had my water to keep myself cool, and I had to actually recently I had to walk to the hospital because of certain circumstances, and I live 26 blocks away from the hospital. And basically, I sweat the whole time, but not a lot, because something about me is that if I sweat, it's not like dripping. It's just like a little bit. And I just wasn't expecting the humidity to be so strong. And I was like, what? Those 26 blocks really gave me a workout, but you know, I was sweating a little bit. I was like, oh gosh, when I get home, I gotta take a shower and wash this hijab also. So, yeah, that's my rant, my vlog. To everybody out there that's a hater and you want to keep on hating, whatever you find that's a joy in that, guess what? I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you to realize that hating and judging and discriminating and being ignorant is going to get you nowhere in life. Because you are probably going to have your own haters. And you're going to sit there and say, wow, they're thinking that of me? Come on. I'm holding my head up high, and I'm ready to answer anybody's questions. Not the ignorance, the questions. So anyway, I'm going to go. Assalamu alaikum, and peace be upon all of you.